Alright, thank you guys for chilling with me on this Token with Mojo. We are token every single day. Today we are doing a reaction video to Dr. Disrespect. He is coming back. He is giving us his full thoughts. And as I'm watching this shit once over, probably not even getting halfway through it, oh my god, dude. He is laying down the fucking hammer. Like, dude, he's laying down that hammer. So you're gonna get my full reaction. I was actually watching a YouTuber on this screen over here. This is my smart screen. I mean, my smart TV. So watching him on my other freaking screen, my computer screen, and I'm gonna give you guys my reaction on that. So hopefully I may leave the YouTuber down below. Shout out to this dude. He is OCD Gamer. So yo, shout out to him and all of his subscribers and all that shit. So that's who I'm watching this off of. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, just keep ignoring the issue and putting up this act. God, I'm so concerned and worried about everyone else's problems except mine because I'm dealing with a deeper depression and I like to project. Oh, champs. A lot of people donating. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. You know? Are you nervous to be back? After what's transpired over the last couple months, am I excited to be back to this type of world? God. Man.
All right, here we go, I guess.
So glad you're back. Hey, I appreciate it, Shane. It's good to be back to a certain degree, right? We got to figure out this monetization thing. So September 25th is basically when we can reapply for partnership on YouTube. You know?
Right. Okay. Pause.
Now that you're not getting monetized, you're not going to be streaming ever again, or you're on YouTube, are you? There's an opportunity to reapply for almost 4 years. Champ.
Yo, real quick, shout out to anybody that can help me fix a fucking problem. I don't know how, but with it, like, just all of a sudden, my laptop is now, like, like the freaking signal to my lap, I don't fucking know, man. Like, it was all good, and now the fucking signal from a laptop to my Wi-Fi is now fucking, I don't know. Ever since I fucking got a new router, this shit just fucking up, man. Xfinity, what the fuck are y'all doing?
The public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension. I guess since you all missed the point with my personal statement, maybe it's time to tell my side of the story. Huh, champs? You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement. However, if one side violated that confidentiality, then the other side could respond. And
oh, FYI, this is THC distillate. So if you see me like freaking dabbing this, I'm dabbing this thing on the back of my tongue, like on the bottom of my tongue, just, you know, just chilling and shit like that. Eventually it's gonna fucking hit me. I'm gonna be out like a motherfucker. But, you know, just kind of doing this shit before bed.
again, champs, again, I respected all the confidential obligations. But apparently Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same obligations. Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved, leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody,
He leaks, yeah.
why do this? What was the point? This was settled professionally. And you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020. I mean, for what? Cody? Why?
I mean,
Did you not know the repercussions from spewing lies about the two-time? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? You see, you don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any first-hand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do. And yeah, I used Twitch as Whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement, edited, etc., just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages? You didn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything about that because I don't want people fucking coming at me in the comments and shit like that. But I think when you're dealing with the situation of a minor, you kind of just mention like, hey, this is a minor. I'm not too sure if they did, but I think that they went in on that shit. They were like, oh, this is such and such girl and her name, and he was trying to meet her at this place and this and that, and I don't think you're supposed to reveal their name. You know what I mean? I think you're supposed to say just party B is underage and that's it. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be like, oh, they were texting such girl, this and that, you know. I think they blurred out her pictures or something. I don't even think they blurred out her pictures. Like, they had a field day. So, like, I kind of understand when Dr. Disrespect is like, yo, do you got, and I get where he's coming from, because he shut the fuck up. Nobody heard shit. Everybody was like, are you guilty? Are you guilty? Are you guilty? Oh my god. And he was just like, I bet you his lawyer was like, legally, don't say shit. Shut the fuck up. Wait a couple months, and we'll come back to this. And I'm not saying like I agree or disagree or shit like that. I'm just like, yo, hey, you know, this man finally came back and all this shit and that. Just don't talk to minors. Talk to fucking adults and shit, dude. Talk to adults. Come on, man.
Neither did any of these journalists, and neither did Twitch.
Like, I kind of find it weird even talking to young fans and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, hey, you know, how's it going? All this shit. Give them wisdom. But if they try to be like, oh, yeah, you know, I want to talk to you on Discord or blah, 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 I'm kind of like, oh, man, I'm kind of older, you know. I got to talk to your dad and, you know, all that kind of shit.
At the time of the ban. You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong. Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, we never met in person ever. Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well. I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack. These big-time publications these journalists, these various outlets are sort of just gossip channels now, don't you think, champs?
Well, this is a little
They act
crazy.
like they're just gossip channels now.
You know,
It is a little crazy.
Without any real journalism and real research happening.
Man, I'm not disagreeing with Dr. Disrespect on that. I don't really even watch the news as much. I'll either watch somebody that's summarizing the news, or I'll read an article or some shit like that. But as far as watching like the news, nah, man. I mean, it's just nothing but bullshit. There's even websites to even say like, hey, your local news station is being influenced by such and such. You know, it's a lot of shit out there, man.
They report on all this based on leaks from 2 former Twitch employees, one of whom was supposedly on the trust and safety team. If these anonymous sources worked on the trust and safety team at the time of my Twitch suspension in 2020, then you would hope they would tell the truth. But apparently that's just too much to ask. If these former trust and safety team members, and by the way, I know exactly who they are, actually had firsthand knowledge, then what they conveniently left out is, 1, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And 2, Twitch's trust and safety team, the same employees that decided to ban me, internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM. I'll say it again. Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate, purposely. And look at how it was defined by everyone, champs. Huh? Including these defaming articles. I'm sorry, but mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place. I mean...
I think when it really comes down to it, it's really like, yo, you were talking to a minor. Like, that's the one thing that society is just not okay with. If it was like an 18-year-old, whatever, you know, it'd be a little bit creepy, but when it's a kid and you're having like those kind of conversations, nah, man. I mean, even as an adult, I find it weird just talking to kids. Like, why would you talk to a kid? Oh yeah, you know, they're your fan, all that shit. I get it, but yo, still. Why are you whispering to a kid on like YouTube? Like, why aren't you whispering to another influencer? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Like, that's kind of what we're all looking at. Like, what we're all like, yo. But at the same time, it's kind of like a circus out here with all this shit, dude. Like, yo. Maybe this is the first dude that was like, yo, I see all the bullshit that, like, all these social media people and everything, they all put out, and he specifically used specific words to get them all riled up and everything, so he could sit back and be like, all right, well, I said X, Y, and Z, and you guys try to say I said all of this shit because I said this word, this word, this word, and this word. And they're like, oh. So now he's finally coming back and possibly calling all the bullshit. But only the future will tell, man.
How would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words?
Shit,
and this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here. We're talking about allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games and gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user. On June 21st, 2020, my ex-Twitch partner manager learns that I exchanged whispers with the Twitch user. And I say ex-partner manager because for years, this guy didn't do anything for me, my community, or my channel. For years. I'm talking no front page love. You're talking about the face of the platform, right? Literally. The face of the platform. And I know Champions Club remembers this. We got zero front page love on the website. Was never on my channel. He didn't follow me on Twitter. He wouldn't even inform us about Twitch rival tournaments. We're talking about the two-time Twitch rival tournament. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you want to play in it? We got zero support from this guy.
Okay, he's not saying it, but I'm gonna say it. Ninja. I don't think he got any freaking support from Ninja. Cause I mean, I never watch all this shit. Never watched any of the freaking streamer shit like that. But I never really saw him and Ninja together at the same time. I never really saw a collaboration, anything like that. Never saw any of that shit. Nothing at all. That's me saying it. So, you want to holler at me about that shit in the comments? Hit me up in the comments down below. I saw that happen. I saw it happen in slow motion. Oh my fucking God.
And it was just so obvious that he carried a grudge against the two-time. So after we signed with Twitch in 2019, we asked for a new partner manager. And just a few months later, that ex-Twitch partner manager is directly involved with getting me banned. Coincidence?
No. Not a coincidence. God damn.
The Twitch user tells the ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. I'll repeat that sentence one more time just in case anybody missed that one.
So, real quick, like I said, this is me saying it, not Dr. Disrespect. This is me saying it. Dr. Disrespect and Ninja were supposed to be on the same team together. I could see that shit happening. You know, them getting on the team together, taking out freaking competition, all that kind of shit. And then, maybe little rivalry, all that kind of shit. That never happened. There was never any collaboration. There was nothing like that. That never happened. Ninja was doing his own thing, and Dr. Disrespect was doing his own thing. And I think CEO-wise, they were like, yo, we need a group, you two together, contract-wise. And Ninja was like, nah, I ain't doing it. I'll do the contract, but I'm not working with this guy. And Dr. Disrespect was like, yo, he's not working with me. What's up? What's up? Can I get a new manager? Can I get a new brand manager? Some shit like that. And he was like, there's something funny about this guy. And that's what got him banned and all that kind of shit. Because, like I said, you never saw those two together. You never saw them playing together. You never really saw them playing the same game together. If they did, it was, they were never really in the same lobby.
The Twitch user tells this ex-Twitch partner manager that they do not want to report anything to Twitch. But this ex-Twitch partner manager encourages the user and even directs them to file a report directly with Twitch, even though the user told him clearly that we never physically met anywhere and that no photographs were exchanged. On June 24th, 2020, Twitch's special operations team receives and reviews the user's report. They find no issues and determine that it did not warrant any further escalation to Twitch's law enforcement response team.
Damn.
That would have been the end. That should have been the end.
Yeah, it should be. It should have been.
But that partner manager, oh boy, did he had it out. He had it out for the two-time. He finds out that no further action will be taken, so what does he do? He personally escalates the report to a friend on the Twitch's LER team. The LER team, remember, that's the Twitch's law enforcement response team. He escalates the report to a friend on Twitch's LER team. So a day later, on June 25th, the LER analyst pulls the entirety of the whisper messages and begins discussing them with his director of the LER team. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time and does not have access to their computer or work files. Let me just remind you, I went through a multi-year, big-time arbitration, okay? And,
I think YOLO went through some bullshit like that with, Phase Rain. I think they went through that bullshit where Phase Rain was texting him and shit, and YOLO was trying to, chill on the beach and fall asleep, and he woke up and he saw that his phone was blowing up like shit. And he was like, yo, man, I'm on vacation. Like, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit. But I'll deal with this shit when I'm back from vacation. And he was like, nah, you're going to deal with this shit now. I think that was, like, kind of the shit that's going on here.
you know, you discover a lot of stuff. Mind you, this director is on vacation at that time. The LER analyst cherry picks and sends a few targeted excerpts out of context from the whisper messages to this director. Now, if you do this, you can make anyone's messages look inappropriate, even when they aren't. Within less than 1 hour, this LER analyst and his director have made the decision to suspend me from Twitch. Twitch submits a report to NCMEC. You guys all read those little articles, huh? The NCMEC. Twitch submits that report. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Guess what? As far as I know, and over 4 years have passed, they didn't do anything with the report. As far as I know, they didn't escalate Twitch's report to law enforcement. Mind you, the same people that made this decision admit internally that the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not.
Alright, real quick, gotta pause this shit, refresh some shit real quick.
That the messages did not constitute sexting. The same people that made this decision at Twitch admit internally that the messages did not warrant any child sexual abuse material charge. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's unbelievable!
Jesus Christ, dude.
You can play some games, bro. Chill. It's easy for me to say that, but yeah.
I'm not going to get into every detail regarding my legal case.
Play some games, I think.
But these former Twitch employees that claim to have firsthand knowledge, they just don't have a clue. They didn't report any facts. The judge in the case determined that the whispers were not illegal. So then why did Twitch use these messages against me? Why did Twitch treat the doc so differently from their other streamers? I mean, outside of the obvious. I mean, just take a look at me. Right? Unfiltered. The realest motherfucker in this industry. 6'8", gorgeous, athletic, successful, college degree, college athlete, bourbon business, gaming studio, beautiful family. And trust me, we've worked hard for over a decade to improve as a person, a husband, and father, and to get where we're at today. I mean, I'm in such a good place today. And all these people, they all act like they're just so perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. Sometimes I do. But I also didn't do all the shit that they're saying I did. But then that doesn't make a story, right? They wanted media attention. The media wants controversy. And by sensationalizing all of this with big, inaccurate headlines like sexting and sexually explicit, you all got what you wanted.
To a degree, he is sadly right. I mean,
Publicly streaming, which constitutes a violation of Twitch's policies if accompanied by hateful intent. Twitch scheduled a meeting with the streamer to ascertain his intent to determine whether his contact was a violation of Twitch's policies, ultimately determining it was not a breach of Twitch's policies. Why wasn't I called into a meeting? Why wasn't my intent taken into consideration, champs? Example number 2. Streamer was reported for and discussing pedophilia, all while live streaming. Never suspended, but instead given a multi-million-dollar contract. Example number 3. Streamer was reported for a sexually explicit...
Okay, so that's pretty much it. Dr. Disrespect is back. I know that you guys have probably never watched at the end of this fucking video, so I'm ending it at this point. You guys have a nice night. Fucking shit.